Can you believe it? In today's modern world, there are still places where women are forced to relieve themselves openly on the streets. Today, we're taking you on a journey to the 10 dirtiest countries in the world, where pollution and harsh living conditions are beyond imagination. Welcome to our channel. In this video, we're uncovering the world's most polluted and unlivable countries, where the effects of pollution and environmental destruction have reached shocking extremes. Get ready, because this journey will open your eyes. Peru is famous for its beautiful Amazon rainforest and the majestic Andes Mountains. But behind this natural beauty lies a Peru suffering from severe pollution. Did you know? The city of La Oroya in Peru was once ranked among the most polluted places on Earth. Since 1922, metal refineries here have released massive amounts of lead, zinc, copper, and other heavy metals into the air. More than 99% of children in La Oroya have blood lead levels above the safe limit, causing serious health problems. The air, soil, and water are so toxic that even plants can barely survive. Beyond La Oroya, illegal mining is destroying even more of Peru. Illegal miners dump toxins like mercury into rivers, poisoning water sources and killing fish and wildlife. How would you feel if every sip of water you drank came with a risk of poisoning? Mongolia, known for its endless grasslands and unique nomadic culture, is facing severe desertification. The main cause? Overgrazing. There are over 70 million livestock in Mongolia, far more than the land can handle. Strong winds from Siberia sweep across the plains, carrying yellow dust storms that cloud the sky and cover everything in sand. In Mongolia, rain is scarce and most of it runs off quickly, leaving the land dry and barren. If you visit, don't expect to see green grass everywhere. Instead, you'll see vast stretches of desert. Can you imagine a country vanishing, buried under endless sand and dust? Kenya is known for its incredible wildlife and landscapes, but it's also home to Kibera, Africa's largest slum. Over 2 million people live in makeshift shelters here without access to clean water or basic sanitation. In Kibera, every 50 families share a single public toilet, leading to the infamous flying toilets. People use plastic bags as makeshift toilets and throw them onto the street. When the rains come, Kibera turns into a swamp of dirty water, trash, and human waste, making the air unbearable. Infections and diseases thrive here, with little medical support to help. What would you do if you had to live in a place where even breathing feels dangerous? Chad is blessed with abundant oil resources, but this wealth has led to some of the worst pollution in the country. Oil companies frequently dump waste directly into the environment, contaminating groundwater and destroying soil. In areas surrounding Lake Chad, water has become so toxic that many fish and other creatures can't survive. Desertification and water scarcity make matters even worse. As farmland disappears, poverty grows. A country rich in resources but plagued by poverty and pollution, is it really worth it? Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer, but this success comes at a high environmental cost. The Niger Delta, once a fertile region, is now a wasteland covered in black, oily patches from frequent spills. Over 10,000 oil spills have been recorded in just the past decade, turning lush farmland into toxic swamps. The spills don't just destroy crops, they also cause severe health issues for local residents. Studies show that people here live, on average, 10 years less than the national life expectancy due to exposure to these toxins. Is oil a blessing or a curse for this land? Congo is one of the richest countries in natural resources, especially cobalt, yet it suffers from extreme pollution and poverty. Streets, rivers, and beaches are littered with trash due to the lack of waste management. People live surrounded by waste, and they even relieve themselves in these garbage piles due to the lack of public toilets. Unregulated mining has devastated the land, poisoning groundwater and trapping locals in a cycle of pollution and hardship. With all these resources, shouldn't Congo be rich instead of struggling in poverty? Somalia is famous for its pirates, but few know that these pirates were once struggling fishermen. Back in the 1980s, nuclear waste was secretly dumped in Somali waters by some developed nations. This toxic waste destroyed fishing grounds, wiping out the livelihoods of countless Somali fishermen. With no other options, many turn to piracy as their only way to survive. What choice is left when your homeland is poisoned and your only source of income is gone? Saudi Arabia is a wealthy country with a booming oil industry, yet it faces serious pollution problems. The oil extraction process and seawater desalination plants contribute heavily to air and water pollution. Saudi Arabia's deserts are plagued by sandstorms that spread harmful dust and pollutants, creating health risks for millions. In cities like Riyadh and Jeddah, dust storms carry particles from oil refineries and factories, coating everything in fine, toxic dust that residents must breathe in every day. Water scarcity further complicates the problem. With almost no fresh water, Saudi Arabia depends heavily on desalination plants, which require burning large amounts of oil to convert seawater into drinkable water. This desalination process emits pollutants into the air and produces salty brine as waste, which, when discharged back into the ocean, damages marine ecosystems. With the increasing environmental costs, can Saudi Arabia maintain its booming economy while facing such challenges? India, one of the world's fastest-growing economies, is paradoxically facing severe sanitation issues. Shockingly, over 600 million people in India lack access to basic toilets, forcing millions to defecate openly in fields or along the roadside. This not only affects health, but also poses severe risks to women and children, who are vulnerable to harassment when seeking privacy outdoors. The Ganges River, regarded as sacred, is one of the world's most polluted waterways. Filled with garbage, toxic chemicals, and human waste, this river remains a primary water source for millions who continue to drink and bathe in it despite the hazards. Open defecation and poor sewage infrastructure lead to frequent outbreaks of diseases like cholera, typhoid, and hepatitis. Efforts to improve sanitation are ongoing, but with such a massive population, change is slow and difficult to implement consistently across rural and urban areas. Can a country with incredible potential ever overcome such deep-rooted sanitation challenges? Bangladesh tops the list as the world's most polluted country, largely due to high population density, lack of infrastructure, and extreme poverty. Dhaka, the capital, is overwhelmed with garbage, open sewage, and overcrowded slums. Over 165 million people live in Bangladesh, packed into a relatively small area, which puts immense pressure on already inadequate waste and sanitation facilities. The country's rivers are filled with untreated industrial waste, human waste, and agricultural runoff, poisoning the water that many drink and bathe in. During the scorching summer months, temperatures soar to unbearable levels, intensifying the stench of sewage and garbage in Dhaka's densely populated streets. Even basic services like garbage collection and sewage treatment are insufficient, leading to rampant disease outbreaks and a declining quality of life for millions. Bangladesh's public health system is struggling to keep up, with hospitals often overflowing and lacking resources to manage widespread infections from waterborne diseases. Is there hope for a country where poverty and pollution seem inseparable? Our journey today has shown us the severe impact pollution can have on entire countries and their people. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. What are your thoughts on this list? Comment below. And stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore the world's most dangerous islands.